In this edition of the Parliament Report, stunning disclosure on Christiana Road project, fears of cost overrun on the Palisadoes Shoreline project, and new laws to tackle Ponzi schemes. 1 kilometre of road, or 0.625 mile of roadway in Christiana, Manchester, has cost the Jamaican taxpayer nearly $800 million under the Jamaica Infrastructure Development Program, JDIP. The startling revelation came on June 1 from executives of the National Works Agency, the NWA, during a meeting of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, the PAAC, of Parliament at Gordon House. Chief Executive Officer of the NWA, Patrick Wong, disclosed that the government had spent US $9 million to complete work on 1 kilometre of road in the parish. Committee Chairman Dr. Wickham McNeil, who sought answers about the scope of the project, argued that the massive cost to fix 1 kilometre of road in Christiana could fix 50% of the roads in his Westmoreland constituency. Dr. McNeil said, "The difficulty that I have and other members have is the fact that this job is being done by China Harbour at a cost of $800 million, which is substantially above the cost of the majority of roads in this country." He said the cost for the Christiana bypass was 4 times the value of the Bogue Road. China Harbour is the main contractor for the US $400 million JDIP, which is being rolled out over a 5-year period. However, the NWA CEO sought to defend the cost of the project, saying the Bogue Road, which spanned 5 kilometres, had cost an average $400 million per kilometre when the contract was tendered in May 2008. McNeil pointed out that 4 lanes were constructed in the Bogue Road project, making the average cost per kilometre $200 million. Justifying the price tag for the Christiana bypass project, Wong contended that the cost of cement, steel and other items had increased dramatically. Further, he explained that the Christiana Road project had many bridges, extensive landfill, extensive excavation and extensive drainage solutions. The NWA CEO told committee members that the 1 kilometre of road constructed in Christiana was not a bypass but a development road because it allows the town to grow and develop to the highway. There are fears that the US $65 million Palisadoes Shoreline Protection and Road Rehabilitation project could rack up US $25 million in additional costs to the taxpayer if work is delayed owing to an inadequacy of funds in the budget. Revelation of a possible 30% increase in the cost of the project due to budgetary allocation jitters sent members of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee into a frenzy on June 1. Chairman of the PAAC, Dr. Wickham McNeil, said the country could not afford a possible hike in the cost of the project. Chief Executive Officer of the NWA, Patrick Wong, said another $3.6 billion was needed to fund the project over the next year so that the contractor could meet the September 2012 deadline. The NWA CEO said the government had already allocated $2 billion for the project, which would be exhausted by September this year. And finally, in the Parliament report, the government is to revisit the laws governing the financial sector to combat the resurgence of Ponzi schemes. In the last decade, Jamaicans have lost billions of dollars in Ponzi schemes, especially in Carlos Hill's Cash Plus Limited and the David Smith-led Olint. Responding to questions from opposition spokesman on finance, Dr. Peter Phillips, in Parliament on May 31, Finance Minister Audley Shaw said the government was looking at amending the Securities and Financial Institutions Acts. Among the proposed changes is to allow the Financial Services Commission, the FSC, to be named as a complainant in cases against Ponzi schemes. Shaw says this will help to eliminate the problem of unwillingness of investors to come forward as complainants. He also wants the FSC to be given more power to act independently of the Director of Public Prosecutions in some instances. This has been another edition of the Parliament Report. Until the next bulletin, I'm Edmund Campbell saying, walk good.